Well folks, welcome to the video where we're going to take a look at this Vauxhall combo 1.7 CDTI, and we're going to have a look at the windscreen wipers. So here we are inside the engine bay, and you can see here that this has to be removed, and obviously with that in the way you can't really take it off without lifting the wiper blades off. So if this were British Rail, then the job would have been stopped because of the leaves. So there you go, wrong kind of leaves on the car. There you go, it is actually very cold, so there you go, we brushed it clean. So the next job is to get a puller on here and lift these little caps off. Both of these actually came from eBay. This one here, which I suspect is the one that's going to work. And we have this one here, which looks a bit flimsy, but I think if you had a new car, this would probably work okay. On an older car like this though, it may not be that good. I don't know, might be wrong. Okay, so this turns out to be a 1/2 inch, which is 13mm. A little bit off. Okay, so here is the first problem. So I don't know if these are designed for specific cars, and it's a good job I bought the other one too, but as you can see, that doesn't actually go under there, and that's not because it's not thin enough, it's because it's not wide enough. So we are scuppered with that one, I'm afraid. So with this you remove the, that shows you how well made that was. Look at that, it's dropped off already. Now it is worth noting, as I understand it, that both windscreen wipers are not the same. So remember that they do go in specific places. Okay, so remember that this is a 1/2 inch. So we've got our little puller here, and then we've got the end which has fallen off already. That's probably because it was made in China, I would imagine. Let's see, if that was made in America it would work properly. If it was made in the UK it would probably work properly as well. So then you tighten up the central piece. You got it gently so you don't break anything. So it seems like something broke there, but in actual fact what happens is it just pops off the spindle, because it's been pretty well welded there by being sat there forever, and you can see there we've now lost the end piece. But the job's done. And it only cost a tenner. So that's the first part of the process. Well, we've now got our two stubs, quite the dramatic removal. They do crack a little bit, they go pop when they come off. There's nothing actually wrong with it. It hasn't broken anything or anything like that. Okay, so here we are in the engine bay, and two windscreen wipers just there, as you can see. And then what it says in the Haynes manual is you can take this off here, and then this here apparently is the battery. You can just see at the end there the battery cable cover. That comes off next, I think. I'm not entirely sure how that comes off. A bit more investigation required, I think. We have a screw which goes under there, and it's an 8mm nut head. And then you've got a screw which is on top of there, which is a hex key. It's actually a star driver, but you can get a hex key on it and it'll work. And then there's another nut under there, and then we should be able to pull the thing off. Right, so that is a bit of a snappy old fit. Underneath there you should actually have connection to the windscreen wiper washers. Okay, make sure your battery terminal is disconnected. That just happens to be the positive terminal, but it should be okay. So it might be a bit of a tricky thing to get back on again, but I think it's okay. So that exposes the gubbins underneath. I'll be guessing that there is the windscreen wiper motor. Okay, so these little windscreen wiper efforts here. There's a little catch just there, and then they just pull up. That's it, job done. We then have a couple of 8mm bolts, and there's one of them there. And if you see just at the other end here, one there too. So I am using an 8mm socket. Okay, so these rubber grommets here have to be lifted off, and they are pretty dirty. So if you flick this up, and then yeah, it would plug out. So that wiper motor is sitting on a rubber stud at the back of the engine bay there, and you basically just got to work it a bit and it'll come out. Okay folks, one last clip. This is the puller that we used to remove the windscreen wiper, and you can see the end actually came off it. We're getting focus. The end actually came off it, and it seems that isn't very well riveted, so I think if you just tap that with a riveter or something like a punch, it'll probably splay it out again and be alright, I would think. But apart from that, it did perform okay, and it was certainly the better one of the two anyway. So there we have it, the complete assembly, now dismantled, and I'm now going to make another video about reconditioning this. If in fact it's possible, it may not be possible. I may have to get another unit, not sure, but we'll see anyway. So folks, that's the end of this little video of removing the windscreen wiper from the Vauxhall Combo 2008 1.7 CDTI. Thanks so much for watching folks.